Alright, so we're live again, and I opened up this project just to find a new impact sound, but then I got a little carried away and did a bunch of changes, and I only realized that I did not start streaming at all, so I just got that done essentially, and so I'm just gonna move on from here, or like, I mean, I'll just show what I added to the drop. I think it sounds super cool now, but so I added another white noise. That was the first change when the drop hits. And I also added two other sounds. First one is this, like these are all from the V81 Wenchen spec. This is a impact basically. So just a collapse sample with a reverb if you wanna like remake that or just get the same sample. And this one is very cool. This is what gives it this kind of, you know, more percussive drop style of impact. It sounds a little bit weird on its own, but it's very good in context. And also, like, I EQ'd out the low end of it pretty heavily. So this is where do I stand. I also removed the sub bass from the very intro, but added instead these tuba hit sounds. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue from here. These are all the changes I've made, and I also removed the. So how the vocal chop was made was like basically the same thing in all these two sections, but now in the second section I put the original deep enough line. So this is how it sounds right now. I'm just gonna play it through.
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you'll make believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you. Wanna be closer to you. Wanna be closer to you. Wanna be closer to you every day. Wanna be closer to you. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. Wanna be closer to you. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. But it ain't deep enough. Wanna be closer to you. Deeper and deeper.
Yeah, I also experimented with this sub type, so I'm just gonna show it alone. Like a sound like this. Maybe this stretch is not a good idea. So I'll go for another one instead. Where is this? Oh, here. Maybe something like this could work. Or maybe I should reverse it. That way it's even better.
Wanna be closer to you. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. To you every day. Wanna be closer to you. Deeper and deeper and deeper.
I mean, it looks good here, but it's like very hard to check for me these subtle low effects in headphones, but I think it's gonna be good. So yeah, I also added these hey sounds. I'll add these to any. Hey Morgan, thanks for tuning in. Nice project name. yeah.
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you.
So I mean, I don't really like these things, so I'm just gonna delete them out, and I will find another something to fill up these gaps with.
when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you. Wanna be closer to you.
And so when I realized that I'm not streaming, I was switching between back and forth between having this other white noise, which is like a bit crushed one. So if I wanted to have these on every bar hit, and I still can't decide. I'm just gonna listen through a couple of times and I think it's better like this. Also, I'm just gonna delete these. This was another idea that I had it both of these effects on every second bar, but so that much white noise is a little bit too much for this genre, I think, at least.
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you know you do.
Yeah, I might not be able to get rid of that.
It's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do.
It's borderline.
I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision. You move like a vision.
This vocal is why does it have to start earlier than the beat?
I hang on your you move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you. Wanna be closer to you. Wanna be closer to you.
So the chords are here. So I'm just gonna open the bass piano roll to make more sense. Yeah, so this is it essentially. This is the pattern itself. Hey Expo, thanks for tuning in. I'm just gonna solo these just only the bass and these chords, and you can hear okay, so you can follow them along. And this progression doesn't change, or at least I don't think I'm gonna change it. Maybe later I change my mind, but right now it sounds very good to me if it just plays the same thing.
I feel the feeling.
Obviously the chords are the same in the intro. I just bounced these same instruments out into audio so that I can work more controlled with them. It's easier to like effect or whatever I want to do with them.
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light.
Okay, man, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, man. Have a great day. Have a great day. I can't talk, sorry.
I hang on your shadow in the light. You move light. You move like a vision in the night. closer to you.
So another thing I wanted to do is that I'm just gonna get rid of this for a second, like this. Just gonna mute it, and I'm going to bounce it out together with the reverbs and the delays. It's most of the time this is not a great idea, but right now I want to be able to have this exact control over the reverb length, and I don't like to use automation for these things because sometimes those are not exactly that precise as much as I want them to be. So it's better this way, and I'm just gonna do it like this and see if it sounds better or not, because if not, then obviously I won't do it like this, but if yes, then I will do it like this.
You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you.
So yeah, I need a little bit more build up than this, and it should start a little bit later as well. Also, I think I will affect it a little bit more. So this is one thing that I do a lot is with white noises, is that I use an exciter to as it builds up. I could just use, you know, volume automation as well, but I prefer this exciter. It gives a little bit different shaped tone to it. Thanks man. I can show it if you maybe didn't see the previous streams. This layer is from Nexus, it's from the house library. Sounds like this. This one's from Sculpture, sounds like this. Just an octave higher. I have this other synth as well, which is essentially the same, just with a little bit different tweaking. You know, it's just a lot shorter, obviously, and without much reverb. And yeah, I mean, the bass sound is very simple. Just this with a little bit. It's essentially a sub bass with a little bit more body, or like I'm really not sure how to describe this sound. And that one's from Iris. I'm just gonna open it up for a second, so maybe if you later watch back this VOD, you can just, you know, pause the video and remake this synth. But it's actually from a preset, so from the basses, if you go down to this N word, yeah, it's gonna be like here, and you just have to tweak the cutoff and the resonance maybe a little bit to sound the same.
I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you. Wanna be closer to you. Vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you.
Sometimes it sounds very good if I also add some pen automation to it, but in this case I want to focus the energy to, it's just gonna be better. Maybe I will need also another uplift there. I'm just gonna try something out. Maybe not, maybe it's enough, but we'll see. Yeah, a weird one like this could shape it even better.
You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you. In the night. Wanna be closer to you. Wanna be closer to you. Wanna be closer to you.
Yeah, so I think I will need to automate the reverb tails. So I'm just gonna bounce this. So everything I will bounce out without reverbs and delays, and I'm just gonna do it like this. I'm gonna show it in a second. It's hard to talk about what I'm doing, but it's very obvious.
When I'm close to you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna delay this phrase. again, as I've talked about this in the previous stream, the reason I hit play because if I tweak this Serum FX delay without anything, without the player head moving, it doesn't pick up my changes. So it's just weird. But what can I do with that?
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you.
And yeah, it's just not bad.
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze.
So it still haven't picked up, I think.
You look so good, I can't believe.
So this is how I want it to sound, but at the same time I just think that I'm gonna get rid of these lower frequencies here, because
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to your love. Wanna be closer to your love. I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you.
yeah, it already sounds much better to me. So I'm just gonna copy paste this same thing into this delay.
When I'm close to you.
But it doesn't sound as good as I wanted, so maybe the delay is not the way to go, but instead a reverb. Yep.
When I'm close to you.
Even if I won't end up using this, I still will bounce this one out and use it as an effect.
When I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's a feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you.
Now this sounds much better. But actually I want this to be longer, so it's not gonna be good, but like this.
Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Oh, in the light. You move.
I'm gonna save a copy of this and this one as well, and I will check later which one works better.
You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to your love. Wanna be closer to your love. Wanna be closer to you.
And again, just for better overall control, I'm bouncing these ones out into audio files. The project always looks a little messy when I do these things, but you know, it's worth sacrificing a beautiful project for a more controlled sound, or at least in my opinion.
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you. 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 Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. Wanna be closer to you. Deeper and deeper and deeper. I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you. 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 Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. Wanna be closer to you. Deeper and deeper and wanna be closer to you. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. Wanna be closer to you. Deeper and deeper. Wanna be closer to you. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't. I hang on your. I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your. I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. Close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. Close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. When I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you. I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you.
Maybe these have to be a little bit more pronounced than this. Let's check.
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to your love. Wanna be closer to your love. Wanna be closer to your love.
Hey, Ricati Cactus. Yes, I mean, there's no one around me, so obviously I'm not singing, but the rest is mine.
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you.
So when I just bounced this one out to audio because I want another like subtle thing here. Can you show your Never project? Yeah, of course. I will still keep working on this one for like a good 20 minutes, I think, or 30 minutes. But then I can switch to that. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Happy you like it.
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night.
Also, I want something to give it the one. Maybe I'll start with this haze as well. I mean, this is just gonna mess it up, maybe, but I still want to try it out.
I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to your love. Wanna be closer. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to your love. Wanna be closer to your love. Wanna be closer to your love. Wanna be closer to your everything. Wanna be closer to your love. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. Wanna be closer to your love. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. But it ain't deep enough. Oh damn, your rhythm is so beautiful.
Maybe I will just automate it.
Closer to your love. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. But it ain't deep enough. Oh damn, your rhythm. Wanna be closer to your love. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. Wanna be closer to your love. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. Oh damn, you wanna be closer to your love. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't so beautiful, like an ocean view. You take me places I ain't deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. Oh damn, your rhythm is so beautiful, like an ocean view. You take me places I ain't been. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. Wanna be closer to you, but it ain't deep enough. Wanna be closer to you. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. Wanna be closer to you. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. Oh damn, your rhythm.
Percussions are good. Any tips? I can show them basically, and that would be my tip. Like as I talk about why I did what I did, I guess that's the best way. So I'm just gonna start with the only this little progression, how I started originally with this demo. Or maybe these are the best to demonstrate it with. So how I started was basically with this little idea like this. And how I approach most percussions most of the time is that I want well, very obviously that I want a clear rhythm pattern for the song, and that's how I made the original pattern, which was this. No, not this. Sorry, these were the ones. So at first these were just to enhance this rhythm that I already had this rhythm in my head playing, which is now the ride. But I didn't wanted to spoil it, or like it's not, maybe it's not the greatest word. So point is that I always have a clear percussion rhythm in my head, which I kind of try to model with different percussion sounds. And the percussion sound is so how I choose these sounds. I always like to tune these percussions so that they will be in key. This song is, for example, in E minor, so I tune everything either to E or to B, which is the fifth to E, so it still sounds so it's still going to sound good. That's the main takeaway. And then I slowly but surely added the other percussion elements, like these ones. Again, just very short, very clear samples, just to have this this pattern going. I added then this one, which is not it's not complementary to the same pattern, but it's adding a little bit more flavor or more variation to it, I guess. You can hear how it's in between the main rhythm sounds. And what then truly gave it this percussion movement is this sound. This is an impact sound from the VAD sample pack. And basically this is all there is. I mean, there are these three sounds, but these are all just reverse white noises and reverb tails. And this is the clap, which is also, again, just I felt that this is missing from this this rhythm enhancement. So these. Like that. And these are all from Splice and Vengeance sample packs, so it's you can pretty easily remake them. Like, you can also see the exact name of the samples here if you just want to like directly search for these samples. Yeah, I think that's all that I can really say about these percussions.
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you.
This one is also going to be worth a different effect that I want. Okay, I will need the original ones. Is this it? Yes, perfect.
When I'm close to you, when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like...
And essentially I just want to like distort these sounds somehow that they are sounding different from the original line. So either by you know, Little Altar Boy is probably going to be perfect for this type of job if it doesn't sound weird. As I explained it in other videos as well, if I use Little Altar Boy, I will always make the channel mono prior to using it, unless I like really want to mess up mono compatibility, which I like. I don't see why would I want that. But it doesn't sound too good.
You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do.
I can see this work. So, but then I will need to distort this one pretty heavily.
I hang on. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light when I'm close to you.
Maybe another one.
You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Close to you. You look
Or maybe this is not what I need.
close to you. You look so good, it's you. When I'm close to you. When I'm close to you. When I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. When I'm close to you.
So not really. This is not what I want. So I'm just gonna look for like different type of modulation stuff.
When I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know I'm close to you. You look so good.
I think this is going to sound just fine if I put tons of reverb and tons of delay on it later on, which is what I'm gonna do right now. Again, same preset. I still highly recommend using this one from the medium and just playing with the space. I also usually make the character to the maximum. If I want a clean reverb sound, I take it to almost zero, like to somewhere around this neighborhood. But if I want it to use want to use it just, you know, as a as an effect or as an enhancement, I will turn 100% up the character. Never or all I see. Okay. I will open never. I will open up today, and then I can later open up all I see as well. But for example, all I see. Such clean plucks. The same way as I got these clean percussions or whatever. Just just focus on the transients. Like that's my advice. But I will still keep working on this one. But like in like 15 minutes I will open up never.
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you'll make you. You look so good, it's like you'll make believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you'll make believe. Yeah, you know you do.
So my only complaint about these things is that this is not long enough for me.
You look so good, it's like you'll make believe. Yeah, you know you do. You look so good, it's like you.
This is even better than what I expected. Sometimes Logic creates these weird pitching stuff for things, and this is one of those cases when it turns out to be deformed. It deformed the sample in a way that sounds good to me. So it's a victory, but I still wouldn't trust for normal jobs Logic's pitching and stretching algorithms instead of Ableton.
And I'm close to you. You look so good.
It's very good how it goes down. Maybe it's I just want to keep this one for the second part too. Is it good? No, sadly it's not the same note, but I really want to keep this same effect. I mean, hopefully it does the same with this one.
I hang on your shadow in the.
Not quiet, but it's not terrible if I'm being honest.
I hang on your shadow.
So this is obviously not good like this. So there are two ways to go about it. The first one, I'm gonna just try it like this, is to have these like this, so they are fading in and out at the same time, and I'm just gonna artificially correct this pitch to A. It still sounds too digital to my liking, so I'm just gonna try again. Maybe start from here.
I hang on your shadow. You look so good, it's like you'll make believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. Good, it's like you'll make believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you. Wanna be closer to you. When I'm close to you. You You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light.
Or maybe it's gonna sound better if I just loop it.
I hang on your shadow in the light. I hang on your I hang on your shadow in like your make-believe. Yeah, you know you do.
Yeah, maybe reverb will be the solution. Still, my problem is still that it's just not long enough, so I somehow need to stretch or extend this sample anyway. Maybe I will do this one later when I'm not streaming in Ableton.
Close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe.
But this one sounds very, very good. Maybe it doesn't even need this.
You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you, love. Wanna be closer to you, love. Wanna be closer to you, love. I hang on your yeah, you know you do. I hang on your breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your
Yeah, it's not an original track, so it's a remix of Autograf. Autograf ain't deep enough, and I just downloaded the stems of it yesterday, or maybe the day before. I don't even remember now. But so it's just gonna be a remix of that track, and so there's a remix contest going on of it, by the way. So if you're interested, you can just go to labelradar.com. Sorry, labelradar.com, and yeah, you can just enter. It's free, and you get these this vocal stem and all the other original so the stems of the original track, which is a really good track in my opinion. I might not send in this track because I'm not really as much interested in the remix contest part of it, but maybe I will. I'm truly not sure about that. But I just because yesterday I started to I wanted to do something with some new samples that I downloaded from Splice, and I also wanted to try out this this sculpture synth, which is so this is the vast majority of the synths that I'm using in this project, and I really just wanted to try out some presets from this one, and that's why I started playing around with this track. Yeah, it's obviously not me singing with my with my voice.
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light.
And I'm just gonna save this one into a different file so that I don't have to tweak the original ones, because I want to like manipulate these ones together anyway. So one thing I want to for sure do is to remove a little bit from the transients. I don't need them to cut through that hard.
I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. No, you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to your love. Wanna be closer to your love. Wanna be closer to your love. Wanna be closer to your everything. Wanna be closer to your love. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough. Wanna be closer to your love. Deeper and deeper and deeper, but it ain't deep enough.
Okay, so I'm just gonna listen through it one more time, and then we can switch to the Never project.
I feel the feeling of a summer breeze when I'm close to you. You look so good, it's like you're make-believe. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your...
Yeah, and before we would switch, I don't like it like this, but instead I'm gonna do that tremolo effect again, which I got many questions about anyway, so it's better if I show it now how I make it. So it's the same thing that's in the where is it? Here's this. Okay, so it's the same thing that's in the middle of my not finding, but it's the By Now remix. So so there's this tremolo plugin, which is built into Logic, so there's really nothing special to it. I sometimes set it to 10 degrees or like 0 degrees. That doesn't matter as much, but the point is to not go left and right too much. But 10 degree, you can't even hear that, to be honest. So how you got contact with Selected? I just sent them an email. Like, you can send them an email. There's their email address on their SoundCloud page. Or if you go to, I think, selectedbass.com, then you can find that same email on their website too. Yeah, so rate. But yeah, I'm gonna turn this one down for the time being. And essentially I'm just turning up the rate, but I want to start from a higher point, like somewhere around here, and up until 20. Okay, and then now I need to automate the depth, because that's essentially a dry wet knob in this case. Okay, so it doesn't sound good yet, but it will in a second. Yeah, so this original sample doesn't give me as much room as I want it, or maybe I just need to increase this. I know you do. Yeah, I like it like this, and then I'm just gonna need another reverb on top of it, which should be longer. Again, I'm gonna switch it to this one. Now, reverb mix, perfect. How do you know when you're ready? Just like that's a good question. I think you need to. Did they reply to your first mail? I think not. But I think all I see was or no, Out of Love was, I think, the second track that I sent to them. And yeah, how do you know how when you're sending your music to labels? I mean, send them out, and if you get a positive response, you were ready. If you get a no response or a negative response, you weren't ready. So that's all I can say, and that's all there is to it, basically.
You know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the belief. Yeah, you know you do. I hang on your shadow in the light. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you. I hang on your shadow in the light. You move like a vision in the night. Wanna be closer to you. I hang on your shadow in the light.
I mean, when I'd been produced for 2 months, I sent them an email and I got no response. Like, I mean, what were you expecting? Like, you kind of need to have, you know, like an internal control of, like, you know, what are you actually proud of, basically. And sometimes even I fail. Like, I mean, I released many tracks over the years that I'm not really proud of anymore. But that's just how it is. And sometimes I also overestimate certain tracks and underestimate certain tracks. So this is how it goes for everyone. It's not just you, or not just the people who are starting out, or believe it or not, even the highest acts, like I don't want to name names, but really the top acts are, sometimes get rejected from labels, or like they don't, whether we're talking